back in business. Get out of here. Makoto, big news, big news! What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. I think Hiro and Kyoko would turn up at the same time. Anyway, I have to head to the pool. Right to the second floor as fast as I could. Would there really be a pool on the second floor? It doesn't make that much sense to me. I don't know. I think it's so far away. Kyoko and... Phew, man, I've had the worst day. Hiro. Bro turned into an Ava. Hiro?
Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What, did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? What's the Illuminati? Oh my god. Kyoko.
Right.
I found Hiro. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me! You could have been a little more gentle about it, like, you know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Oh my god, says the girl who touched it to Hiro's dick. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that. Oh, well, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened. Then I woke up and then I was here. You got roofied. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you. Well,
Let me out of here.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
Got it all wrong.
I didn't make this stupid frickin' thing.
It would seem.
There's a clasp on the back that keeps you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. Be sturdy with it. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get here out of the suit. It only took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then.
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Wait,
Wait.
what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that a thing?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true, I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be.
And it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hiro! Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just for what?
Good idea. We wouldn't hurt doing anyone else. Tie me up? Well, hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hero running around. Oh my god, it's just like the Genshin event. The 2 albedos.
What are you
Or
saying?
3. You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costume attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ugh.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
Uh,
No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear
Just a
this.
second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hero's body exactly.
But
Then there's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there's another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Here's the only one with an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What?
I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me? Robo Justice guys was been at.
Oh.
I certainly did not expect Hiro and Kyoko to turn up at the same time. Where's Kyoko been hiding all this time? I have no idea.
Then
Perhaps she really is working for the mastermind. What else would explain her questionable behavior? But you were quite protective of her, yes? That's because she helped me out so much up until now. If I were the mastermind, that is exactly what I would do to earn your trust. It's looking more and more like it really was a setup. She looks like she's lost in thought. I don't think she's in the mood to talk. I better leave her alone.
What the heck?
There's no talking your way out of this one. You did it. Everyone knows it.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Mifune. 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
Please?
I did not.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
that's it. I know who did it.
So then.
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30% right.
Which means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it.
Correct.
I see, that's unfortunate.
Please.
Huh? Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay?
Um.
I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so.
I know that note. Note?
Um.
Last night, someone left a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room. Then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So.
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
What, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me.
Ugh.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right? They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
Ugh.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Oh, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note.
Hmm.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No.
Looks like I lost. Yeah, sure. Please, you couldn't believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said to you before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. He shows the note. I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you really want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck? For serious? Sugiro. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it. Why? Why'd you kill them? Tell us, Hiro! Oh, it's like I said.
It's the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why... Wait, that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? Ah, you're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Beat, don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses. I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. I guess we should head that way for now. It's the third floor, right? Ah. Should I go here and do it? Fumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did? Do you remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did?
Phew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said you had a watch?
So then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
that's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's here. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Blah, 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 blah.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. wristwatch.
However,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right, there's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. This little scrap of paper doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps it's left us a few clues of his own. Kyotaka, a scrap of paper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. So, did you find anything? I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. Paper?
that's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he did it on purpose, you see? In his pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Come on, we can't find out, blah, blah, blah.
so
That sounds very familiar. That's it, it's the same thing Hiro said. That he was telling us the truth.
however,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it? Last night someone left a weird note at my door. I think they said. 1 a.m. Oh yeah, different time. The time's different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1 a.m. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
is that right?
Hold on, just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Huh?
So,
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped. Could you maybe explain a little more? Think carefully. Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
so then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer.
hey,
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. Oh. I mean, yeah, bro, if I didn't read it, I'm just gonna be like sitting in silence while streaming. It's like no fun. Two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there's any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this
is
time,
that
right?
right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out of the murders. Oh, I know, it's what Master said it. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. If Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. I think that might be it. Yeah. Called it.
Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin! Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death. And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
It would seem.
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay. Spooky. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there... What the?
Monokuma appears!
Hello? Hello? Oh, guy. It's multiplied.
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast I don't know what's to say. Yeah. Can you guys tell which one's the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey! Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the paint trainer elevator. See you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, then, shall we?
Please.
Oh, hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it, for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate that it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. Can't let whoever killed Yufumi and Taka get away with it. Everyone is still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... you. Someone right here. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was on board, or aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cool fade. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. This school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? Do you really hate me that much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly gauntlet, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Yes. Alright. Music goes hard. Alrighty. I want to look at my juice bullets. Just so I know what they all are. I don't want to forget. Choose bullets. I'm not about it. The victims were Trap was found in a repository that indicated. I can't read the whole thing. Whatever. Found these glasses, spotless hammer, repository door. Equipment room blood stained. Glasses cleaning cloth. So let's count. Yufumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office. This is a note that Yasuhiro wrote to get everyone to meet. They found in. No one but Yasuhiro could possibly fit in the costume. It's Yasuhiro's account. Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mysterious note last night. Broken wristwatch. Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke with the hands pointing just past 6. Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper. Oh. Okay, that's what I do. Note from me. Yufumi had this note hidden on him. E-handbook. Each has their own e-handbook, which also serves as a card key. The other's name is displayed to show. Alright. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Yo, I'm hyped.
Let's begin with a basic explanation. If you can figure out who, then I'll. Now then, to begin
Now
with.
just to sit back and chill.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time.
Get a break
I don't
from
know anything about it.
I used to look forward to these like trials solely because like their voices, you
Who
know.
are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Hey,
Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite
I
compelling.
love the best trials.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Persona. I don't.
How many times do I have to tell you? I
Is that from Persona? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, what he said. Is he really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear. 8 hours on the clock. Clock. Oh, I was about to put 8 hours on the clock. How do I slow down again? With E?
Everything
Yeah,
you found
E.
in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, it's wrong.
How does that make sense? I don't get it.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
was the handwriting like messy on the blueprints?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
Yeah, I forgot it had text.
There's no way
The
we could think
blueprints.
the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you
Poor
saying
Hero.
you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
Okay, yeah.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Yes,
Is it
Hero.
like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Tell him, Makoto. And of course he passes it up to me. To me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
I got it!
Hero.
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Must be, okay, yes, fucking.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit.
The suit in
We
particular.
never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Oh my god.
Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
You Celestiate in the wrong neighborhood.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Alright,
Hey,
bro.
stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
This fucking guy.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Dolly.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Dolly.
I got it!
Dolly. Still one more thing? Yes. This one?
I got it!
Okay, yeah.
They were a dolly and a tart, right?
Why is he mad? What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Yeah, someone like fold that shit.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
Oh wait, no, this was before. Never mind.
So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the
Taco
equipment room
planking.
when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they use the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
You know it's getting intense when this OST starts playing.
Moving large objects between the repository and
I think they brought it back in Danganronpa too, like at the very end.
It would be very
was cool.
strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along and you simply didn't realize it?
Oh my god, she's gaslighting him.
She's raised an objection. How
Shut
do
the
you
fuck
respond?
up, Byakuya.
There is no shame in being wrong.
Oh.
Nobody expects much from you anymore.
Man, fuck
You
you.
have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change your mind. Must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Yes. So, reloading. Starting with the next full-time battle, the wood more reading to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, under the tempo mark, you'll see our ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on for some with the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. You can reload by pressing tab. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Oh, I'm scared. Baby. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the will automatically reload at a fewer time and your aim will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to general, you don't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well, then good luck and have fun. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, it's this. Wait, wait.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
You miserable wretch.
I'm dead.
You have it wrong.
I'm dead. It only reloads 1 blood. I know, it's weird. I'm not good at this. I'm like... Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
I fucking suck at this minigame. Oh god.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. I cannot agree.
No,
This
that's
should prove
wrong.
it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved,
I'm getting water.
I have it right here.
Toxic.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
I don't remember if I have to do it again or not.
There was a
The
pool
bulletin
of blood
battle.
in the equipment room.
I think
with
it's just like
tire
one per
marks.
trial.
And
That's usually
that's
how
the
it
dolly
is.
wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported,
I mean,
it will become
it can't
immediately
bend, right?
obvious.
You can like bend down to like push a dolly and stuff, right? Oh, clock. Oh, I was badly put 8 hours on the clock. Clock.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in
I
mind
think-
that the dolly
I
doesn't
think it
have
was
a
that.
handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is
No, that's wrong.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
what do you mean?
You said it
Think
yourself.
back to what you said when we were all
Yeah.
checking out the suit together.
So
Remember?
what you go? So do what you go, yo. I'm blind as bad in here. It takes me a few dollars. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yes.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you
It's like a rave. All the music. Rave in the courthouse.
What's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Oh my, Celeste.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, It's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
I mean, you can't take it off by yourself. Because you cannot take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking
Ow.
off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. That's pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then
It's like my official
you
cosplay.
really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Yeah, Celeste is like... She's just
You
acting
all
so
got a
differently in
good
this
look at it.
chapter
Did you
than
not?
like compared to the first
image
two
of
chapters.
Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
It's Hifumi picking him up.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. Did you get hurt? The guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or this was like, whoa.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individuals inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a
They don't have
second.
the version of the clue.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single
Yeah,
possibility?
in Danganronpa, they get like pissed
Instead of
when you're trying to be
seizing on
thorough.
one
I'm like,
viewpoint,
bro.
the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when
Default
everything
sprite.
went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we can start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know
Mystery
it was an
assailant.
hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
No, the way around, bro.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's
Sakura
office and resumed our
reciting
search for the suspect.
her entire life story.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong? I saw shadows.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the third floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
So that's what's wrong. That's an intense screen for someone like you. I saw him change costume. Man.
and then,
Wait, shut.
At that point, we decided to divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's
I
office.
liked this chapter, like the murders. It was so chaotic.
While
Everyone's just like
Sakura,
running around.
Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
Double win.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room.
So
we
much
hurried back
chaos.
again.
So much action. This can't be happening.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Oh my god.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. Which
Why
is
haven't
where
they
we
moved in the first
rediscovered
place?
corpses.
I don't really get it.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. File 3. Alright.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
what makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Alright. This term is were numbered, but are they really using that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Alright, let's try this.
Taka came
Fuck!
last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Fuck! Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already
I don't think this is right, but it's, yeah, it's not. We'll order it. Okay, wait, hold on. How do I, lock onto a statement again? I don't fucking...
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Space. Alright.
we already know what they were killed in.
Oh wait, no, that's...
Taka came last.
Focus gauge. That's 4 good spots. Right, choose bullets, slowly choose bullets. And hold down the okay, hold down the left mouse button. Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that he flew while Taka's death.
Hopefully I don't die.
So it's obvious Taka came
Okay,
after.
now.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Right.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the
Numbering of the just.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their
It's
numbers.
psychological trickery.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Yeah, the watch. Wristwatch. You'd see. What? No! Fuck.
Is this real?
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay. Okay. Press. Hold on, how do I just confused. Come on. Yes.
Now I understand.
What these words from it.
I've got
Yeah.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have
Now I have no
broken when
health.
He was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night, so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
Chill.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
What?
We made the wrong assumption about
IG
the
or
order of events, all because of those justice
Instagram or Twitter?
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Fucking love Hero.
Anyway, we all have rock solid
Yeah, I bet it was
alibis
9
for when we
pipe.
heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body.
I wonder
from
what
the
she would have
equipment
done if Aoi like didn't get sick and they just
room.
wouldn't
At that
stay.
time, we were all
in the
gathered
nurse's
together in
offices.
the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
She doesn't use blunt force.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done
She
the
likes her
same with
skizzers.
Hifumi's body.
I mean, I don't know, man. Have you seen her old Despair
Because,
Girls?
as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body
She's like
disappeared.
really strong.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared.
Kyoko.
So they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah.
They're gonna
There's
put
no
this,
way. It'd be impossible.
this song. They're gonna put this song.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
If the dead body.
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
It was hard.
No, not another ghost.
I don't think it has anything
This is the
to do
Chills
with the
OST.
occult. I think
The
what
Chills.
she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
I like how they kept this song for like every installment of the series.
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't
It's just
carried
that
out
iconic.
the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body.
I mean, you didn't check his pulse, bro. Plus, there's a bunch of fake blood in the fridge. I mean, not fake blood, but like, you know what I mean. He's still alive. Yeah. 8 hours on the clock. Oh, clock. Oh, clock. 4 hours back. We put 8 hours on the clock.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Alright.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was
Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. I'm gonna die now.
shoot,
No! I meant to fucking left click. Man. Just gotta rub it in. I get it. Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay, Makoto. Okay.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi
Yeah,
in the
every
nurse's
time.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
I'm not sure if this is the right one.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had...
Fuck. Okay. I think I get it now.
Are you saying that
When we first found him,
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that surely you heard the body of Hifumi is dead, and that
Is why the announcement was made. Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement to signal someone else's discovery.
Alright.
Are you
saying that when we first found there's a chance he would...
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead.
Yeah.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
I mean,
Maybe.
if they're, yeah, at the
But
same
that
time.
was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere.
Vibing out to this music.
I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yeah. I think they did that in like 2 or V3. They did it like back to back.
Together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Probably for chapter 3 and Danganronpa 2.
So I can't go into
If you know, you
too
know.
much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement
People
is
hate that chapter so much.
it's only
I don't really hate it. I like
more
it.
people find a dead body for the first time.
For the first
That
time.
didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you were a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty. He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
Wait, did he make the announcement?
True, then why was the
Yeah,
announcement
I
made
couldn't
again
remember.
later on?
Huh? Later on?
It's kind of some big brain
We heard
thinking,
the
not gonna
body
lie.
discovery announcement twice.
So if it was when we found each body in this specific equipment room. What?
Shoot.
I got it!
Huh?
We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the
Oh
two
yeah, no,
bodies.
yeah, I didn't remember when it played.
It didn't seem weird at the time.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
But in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom! That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Glasses.
Okay
Glasses.
then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible.
Wait, is this gonna... Is that gonna disappear?
Well,
Okay, no, it
here's
didn't.
one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Wait, I did it wrong, I
And the
think.
next time we saw his body,
How do we get rid of
it was
this?
in the repository.
But when you compare his
Alright.
body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no difference.
No, that's wrong.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
I wonder when they're gonna start giving me more than one bullet.
Playing dead in the beginning.
That's a debate. Not that I'm complaining. It makes it like less stressful, but
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's
bro, I'd be
office,
vibing to
his
this music.
glasses were covered with blood.
The soundtrack is so good for the whole series.
Again later in the repository,
Shout out Masafumi Takada.
they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The thing. Yeah, this.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
Sound effect is so intense.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Yeah, but who else would do
Who
that?
would benefit from
Yeah.
his own pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Copious corpse.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. Oh, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the
I
door
think
to the
Hifumi
repository got locked.
dealt the final blow.
The door was locked?
Well,
Like Hifumi
after
killed
the bodies
Taka.
disappeared, we all went looking for them, right?
But everyone asked like Celeste killed
So me
Taka.
and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another
Yeah.
victim in this case.
Fucking
He was
face.
one of the assailants.
Either side.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you
The
one
smirk.
more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
No.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one
Time
that told
to
me where
know.
to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Wait. I wasn't paying attention.
I got it!
Okay.
That's right! Taka!
I always start daydreaming.
The
It's a
killer
bad
used
habit.
this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection!
Oh
Objection!
my god.
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Happy!
Then he took it
Just to be
after he
clear,
died.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Look! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Hmm.
Happy had the note, right?
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok. Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Happy.
Fuck.
Shoot. Puppy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Happy.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing. TikTok.
Fuck! No! Please! Fuck! I keep missing.
Puppy had the note, right? And the person it was in must have been Happy.
But remember what time did it say?
6 a.m. I believe.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing. TikTok.
Fuck you! Oh my god. Okay, thank you. I was like, man, I gotta do it again.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that.
No further objections.
Someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Shit is the best.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But if they gave
That's
the
fucked up
note
what they
to
be doing to
Taka,
y'all.
what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Uh-huh.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Then
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free.
that's good. That's good.
Leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body
Also,
discovery announcement
but
proves
he
that.
came back to life right after. So like, I feel like that ain't valid.
Who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Damn.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
But it was not input.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
Oh, this is smart.
then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
I mean, there were still some other
So the
spare
question
ones.
is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
Well, it wasn't just a hammer, it was just a normal hammer.
Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The clean hammer mallet thing.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Fuck!
Shoot!
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammer.
This isn't a. Well, it is a real website, but
Well, one thing seems pretty
it
clear.
doesn't do a thing up.
The murder weapon had to be one.
No, it's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No.
It's a Justice
it was
Hammer
something
without
completely
paint
different.
on it. That's the only
But
difference.
seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
His fucking face.
But for some reason,
This
one
is
of
so
them had
funny.
been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma Files note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out the
Okay, but
murder.
Hifumi's a simp.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Vertigo effect.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
No!
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming that...
No, it's wrong.
I was scared. I didn't think that was gonna be right.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
Unless
However,
you're a simp.
if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
It's tenuous. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, this doesn't even like make that much
They each
sense.
have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple
Yes,
murders.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody ignores this fact.
Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which,
It's not like you can't have an
means that
accomplice.
betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
Nah, Sims are easy to control. Yeah, for the minutes, Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Did you claim for me to carry out a number of actions and murdered him? In the debates up till now, the way the case is folded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. I mean, obviously I already know who it is, but like, I don't know, what is there to suggest, like, solidly?
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
Celestia loses her shit.
I wonder.
What's with the chapter 3 killers
So
and
what
like
you are
going
saying,
insane?
then, is that I specifically
It's a
chose
trend.
to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would put within
10
10
feet of that shit for brain cell, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot. Haha, pardonnez-moi.
pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
This motherfucker's always angry.
So,
It is.
Except for when he's
Throughout
having
the
his evil
investigation,
smile.
there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Seeing the
Considering
thing,
what we've learned
the
so
robot.
far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
I got it! The behavior they had in common
A
has to
heel.
do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Makoto's been
As he
carrying.
said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes
He
on the
literally just
costumed
stole his
individual.
idea.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said? We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups, so that we would...
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Hey, yo, who's sweeping in the back of this song?
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it! Everything, the whole thing was one big act!
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to
Yeah,
help
I'm thinking,
Hifumi sneak out
what
of
would
the
she have
nurse's
done
office.
if Aoi didn't leave?
Each piece isn't much by itself,
Well,
but start
ultimately-
putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it.
I hate this. I hate this piece of evidence.
Looking back, I can say
Evidence.
that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Bro, who remembered this? It's just
Once
small
we were in the
detail.
hall, we ran into Celeste, and the 4 of us
I would
headed
not
to the
remember that.
nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely
I think
out
it
of
makes
place.
sense because she could have just like been referring to like
Yeah, I see what you're talking
Saiga
about.
and Leon
Although I
and
don't
Muguro
really
and Mondo and Chihiro.
You hear that?
She could have been
Celeste?
referring to them
Everyone's
when she
having some
said
trouble
those guys.
understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Dear God.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this.
enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it, what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
It might be the opposite, I'm not sure.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Like...
Oh no, it worked.
No, it's wrong.
It's weird.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed?
Okay,
And
guys
how
is
did
a
you know
gender
they were
neutral
both
term
guys?
in
Because
most
Kyoko had also
contexts.
disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You
Smile.
claim that I was lying when
I wanna
told you
cosplay her
about
so
the
bad.
suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
They always see Fumi carrying the thing.
I got it. It's
Sometimes
not a picture of the
there's, like,
suspect
other
dragging
answers.
Hifumi away.
It's funny.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
I knew she was gonna do the
Hifumi
fucking
was
wide eye
dragging him away?
sprite.
Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
clock, clock. Clock, clock. Oh, as about we put 8 hours on the clock. Clock, clock, clock. Clock, clock, clock.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly
Why are they all like
upright.
coming from down here?
If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that. Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way! You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious...
Oh. Fuck. I did the wrong thing, Shh, shh, shut up, shh.
You dressed me up in that suit after...
Then you just draped me. You tried to make me look like...
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Get shot, bitch.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious,
All the
they could
portraits.
still stand up like that.
Some people are
Because
dead.
that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is
I know, it's
checkmate.
it. She's about to snap.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste did that.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he
I like
was
her like
dying?
nail picture ring thing. I got one. I saw that Sphere at Halloween like a year or two ago, and I'm like, yo, that's sick. It's not silver though, it's gold, which is kind of sad, but you know, close enough.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
No, she's pissed.
Said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hadakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Why the fuck would Celeste tell him her real name?
Talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Maybe to try to win his trust.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right, our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
Bitch, what a dumbass!
Doesn't apply to anyone.
Then who killed you, Yasuhiro? No one's gonna
Hold on.
be like, oh yeah, it's Celeste, because none of them know that that's a real
Person it
name.
could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come
Her
on.
accent,
Enough with your
the
idiot
accent
blather.
switch.
Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
You know someone's pissed when their accent changes.
Do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your
Wide.
are wide and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
For some reason, I used to just, like, I memorized, like, so many of her, like, lines. Of, like, oh no, I gotta do this shit again. Oh wait, no, I thought it was gonna be the bullet time battle. Never mind. Big Yakuza vibes. Yeah, move over, Fuyuhiko.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something.
Yasuhiro's research.
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you?
My name is.
Celestia Ludenberg, God damn it!
Why is it upside down?
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
No!
that's the
Fuck.
only truth there is.
Damn it.
Moron.
Hifumi was trying to tell us that he wanted us to know the killer's last name.
If there's one person here who would have to be you, Celeste. How many times?
Celestia Ludenberg, God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
No, it's wrong. That's it. The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and
Check her
that'll clear up
handbook.
everything.
Got to find the
That's how we can find
mastermind.
out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste,
Closed
can you
eyes.
please just tell us what really happened?
It's like this bitch.
Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
fine now. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
I think I can get it right this time. I just wish they had like little descriptions for what the pictures even are. Because sometimes I just can't tell. Okay. But anyway. So Taka got killed with 4. Okay, and then how about I'm doing this shit? In the question mark? Where? No, these are just like... Okay, which Justice Hammer was in there? Oh, okay, they give you a prompt, so that will be so okay. In this case, how'd the killer... Alright, let me start over. Yeah, that's everything. Alright. What time? 1. Who was it the killer's movements first? Okay, so this is a manga, so I guess I didn't think it made sense, but it does make sense because, like, you know, it's this one and then it's this one and this one. So it's kind of weird to me. My American, okay. Didn't I do my stuff? Also put it. Okay, yeah. What's this? What time? 6, right? What was it, 7? Okay, whatever. Shit, man. Number 3, maybe? Or wait. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is a shadowy criminal. It's tilted a bit. It's some sneaky shit, damn. What's tilted? Maybe it says... Or I don't know, maybe it's a chip bag, I don't know. The watch... Oh. Existence of a shadowy criminal. I thought he was bleeding, but here it looks like he's not bleeding, so maybe it's this one.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Fuck!
Here's exactly what happened. Before...
Okay, good.
Hifumi, with an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Please be right. Fuck! Damn it! Oh, 4? Yeah, it's 4.
Here's exactly what happened. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect.
Did I put that in the wrong
First fake
spot?
incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story.
It's not
The
right.
second fake incident was the attack in the library.
Is it?
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2
Oh, okay, no.
and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and
Is my
started
shit
looking for the
bugged?
suspect based on that. But
It should be like showing. Okay, no, it just took a really long time.
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the
Oh,
refrigerator
what's that?
and
Those
Justice Hammer
heavenly
3
noises.
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching
Oh, what's wrong
found
with his
Taka's body
face?
at the same time.
Y'all seen this shit?
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Ah. I think so far it's probably the most well I've done on this
Hifumi once
minigame.
again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape.
Those like question mark
When we
promptings
learned
made
his body had
it
disappeared,
really helpful.
We all rushed back to the nurse's office.
Or it was really helpful.
And once
Very easy.
again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Very
He
nice.
wrapped Taka's body in
Pshaw.
and use the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
I mean, thankfully, if you get something wrong, they don't make you do the whole thing. They leave you, like... It starts, like, where you were previously.
Their plan was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste.
Sorry.
You lose.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to
Okay, but did
follow
anyone
such
not
words?
suspect Celeste?
They
I feel
hang
like
heavy around
everyone
my neck.
knew it was her.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Like, everyone who played this game knew it was her
Listen to you,
before.
trying to take charge, as if
They
you're
actually
my
knew.
private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
No accent.
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Alright, what's my grade? Oh no, I got a C. I think that was my first C.
Okay,
Swag
Monokuma,
money.
I'm ready to begin.
I mean,
Or, no,
Lady doth protest too much,
I
methinks.
suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay.
I wish you could actually,
If
like,
you would,
vote.
please
like
locate your
Ken
lever
V3.
and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's basically a formality at this point, but again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole secret scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yasuhiro.
Honestly,
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Ifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Ifumi with this plan. How did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to come in. Bitch, because he's a fucking simp. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use, you know? I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Aw, she's so nice. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you, alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did.
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced. And then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no... Damn, you don't gotta do Taka like that.
Damnation!
In the anime, she just says, oh yeah, he threatened to, like, hit me. And I wish they had just gone with that. That's a crime, an absolute crime. I mean, I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka's gonna try to kill you.
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard! Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to... Fuck. Can we allow him to continue... Okay, I thought I had like brain damage for a second, but I'm pretty sure this is just incorrect. With these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
Actually...
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect the item had on him was remarkable. Power of love, even a love as twisted as that, could still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah. It was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're That's it?
Let's see...
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every... Damn, bitch, the mean as fuck. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. Yasuo's mom is hot. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you would actually let him live? Good point.
Are you okay with
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone should have, I told him to say he's been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And you really believe that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believes the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along? But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
And what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Hmm.
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment of our new life here, my only thought has been escape. But all are you been saying how we have to accept living here?
You little bitch.
That was bullshit. Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch.
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And you want to know why, huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. Martin Luther King. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? I mean... and to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Danganronpa decadence. Living the rest of my life, that was my only dream, my only goal. And that's what life is all about! Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but
There is nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. Kokichi has entered the chat. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious sees the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice,
Isn't it
then I
wonderful?
think I would like to come back as Bro, this fucking sentence makes no sense to me. 'Cause I'm like, what do you mean? You can't reincarnate into someone who's already dead.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. When she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her. You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturbed the peace and must pay the price.
I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
That shit gives me chills, bro. I don't know what it is. There's just something about, like, Celeste's final words that I'm like, damn. Her design is so cool. I love Lolita aesthetic. You know, everyone makes jokes about Celeste being on fire, but like the fire never actually touched her. I mean, you know, if it were me, I'd rather get hit with a truck than be burned alive. But I get being killed by a truck isn't as aesthetic as being burned at the stake. It's over. Third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free from their regrets from the outside world, and some more people had to die. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me get out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope. Whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? Oh man, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body. What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said, I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? Because she's the biggest brain here. There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go! Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Okay, okay. Thank you, Byakuya.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Yeah,
So then...
we need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the keys Celeste had given her and locked the locker. and as the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? Safe, thank goodness. I've never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open that last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. You don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? You too. No! I believe in you. You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I'd told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes. So I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or a monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. Nah, bro, you gotta input a code with the tiles and shit. The secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? She said it was way in the back of the storage closet, but I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, the door snaps open. Like a chunk. At the same time I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. That bump. I had fallen to the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. What's in here? It's just a normal desk with normal drawers. There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Coast Peak Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand. But before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. A strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Rey Mysterio! Woo! A strange sound rang through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. how apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone. What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The instant pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things were getting blurry, can't see in front of me. Couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there, and after that... As if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound is coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. Ah! Ah! What's going on? Can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Good job! I got... Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. She's Saiyans. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move, or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is... They gotta bring that back. I don't know if they ever did. Swag money. Ah. Alright. That's it for me. I'm tired. Oh my. Hi, Saika. What the fuck?